Hey guys, this is the Happy Day Show with Josh Eden, and Big Ginger is not able to be here, so filling in for him is Cameron Jellison. Now it actually worked out perfect because Cameron happens to know a lot more about sports than Big Ginger. He's not a big sports fanatic, so it honestly worked out a lot better. Cameron is a football, basketball, and just good sports follower, and yeah.
Right.
So Cameron, why don't you tell a little something about yourself to the camera, say, in case the viewers don't know you, if they're somehow out of state.
Well, my salary is critically low. I am Cameron Jellison.
Yeah,
You didn't know that. You know, I play basketball. You didn't also know that. Football. You know a little bit more about basketball and football, but I also do like football and I know a lot about it. Let's see, I watch a lot of football right now.
And enjoy taking long walks on the beach.
Yeah, taking long walks on the beach, I guess.
So that sums up Cameron Jellison for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're watching, this is number 5, and hopefully you're watching them in order, because that explains things as it goes through. Last episode, the memory card ran full before you saw me pick out of this box the thing. But it came out as, what one was it? Oh yeah, best NFL teams. You didn't see us pull that, me and Big Ginger, but it is best NFL teams. It's kind of sad because we kept going at the camera like there was actually something being recorded. So yeah, but best NFL teams. This list is, I just got it off the internet, so because with NFL, with how popular it is, if you create your own list and say it's your own work, and it is like you have some people that really hate you, it really can be bad because, you know, the comments will be bad, your views will go down. So I got one off the internet, and I'm just going to talk about the teams because we both know about the teams. So I just got a list off the internet, that way you guys can't hate me. So if you get mad at me, you know, yeah, and yeah, so you can't get mad at us, can't say we're bandwagoners or anything, because I really did a list, I copied off the internet, every piece of it, and we're just going to talk about, you know, why this person might have put it there. So if you get mad at me, blame the internet. Yeah. So we're going to get started. I'm going to have Cameron here talk about the first one, and that is the Indianapolis Colts. Zoom up there. So why don't you tell the camera about the Indianapolis Colts, Cameron?
Well, you know, they're a top prospect for this year. Maybe not Super Bowl, but probably playoffs. They got a good quarterback, Andrew Luck. He's kind of new still. They got a good, solid defense, well-rounded. Wide receivers play really good. Now, I don't really know much about this team, but I will say they are a good team, and they could potentially do some stuff. I think they'll do all right in this season.
Yeah.
They'll do average. You know, they got a good line, good running back. Yeah.
Yeah. I will just chime in a little. So basically, the Colts were good, and when they lost Manning, and you know they were bad. So with replacing with Luck, you can tell they've gotten a lot better because they have a quarterback to use. So the team's been good, they just need a quarterback, and Luck has filled those shoes in great. He led them to the playoffs in the his first year, and I think it's just going to get up from here. So I can see why the person on the internet put them at number 10. So that's good, solid start to the list. All right, number 9 I'll talk about. That is the Cincinnati Bengals. Zoom up to the camera. Now, the Bengals are on Hard Knocks, and I love Hard Knocks, so I've been watching them, and I've been following and seeing they have not had a steady halfback. You know, Bernard Scott, he has not been, you know, he's been real wavery, you know, because I had him in fantasy, and I'd pick him up because he would, you know, Cedric Benson going away, Bernard Scott was getting the carries, you know. Well, now they picked up the rookie, you know, they got him, Giovanni Bernard. He is just, if you look at Hard Knocks, if you watch it, it is amazing how fast this kid is. And, I mean, you know, Andy Dalton, he's just going to get better. And, because he's one of those players that just keeps progressing. And A.J. Green, he is still amazing. He is on a fantasy board, he is like the second best receiver there. So yeah, and he's just continually good. So when you have a good quarterback, running back, wide receiver, it makes for a good round, like all round, you know, offense, you know. For a quarterback to have a halfback he can run off, he can hand the ball to, and a receiver he can throw downfield to. It makes for a good, you know, you can really get down the field. And their defense, they got Atkins, but he is a monster at getting to the quarterback on defense, and he's just gonna get better. They got Harrison from the Steelers, and he's just amazing. And they're just, you know, their defense is getting better, their team's getting better, and I see why Hard Knocks wanted to go for them. So number 9 is the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, Cameron, you want to get number 8 here?
What is number 8? Baltimore Ravens.
Number 8, the Baltimore Ravens. Zoom up for the camera. Number 8, the Baltimore Ravens.
Alright, Baltimore Ravens. Let's see, you got an alright quarterback, you know, they won the Super Bowl last year, and I was glad for them. I don't personally like them that much, except their left tackle, Michael Orr, my favorite. Got some good wide receivers. I don't really know all their names. Good quarterback, Joe Flacco play anymore?
Yes, Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, he's alright. I wouldn't say he's a top quarterback.
Yeah, he's like a Tony Romo, kind of overrated.
Average. Let's see, you know, they got, Ray Rice.
Ray Rice, solid.
Solid running back. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Said Michael Orr is probably top left tackle in the league. He got a good, strong left side. That's all I got for the Baltimore Ravens.
Also, their defense is getting old, which is why they are number 8, because they've lost Ray. That was their motivation to win the Super Bowl, was him motivating them. You know, Ray's gone. You know, not Ray Rice, for you people that don't know what we're talking about, but Ray Lewis, he is retired now. He was a key and soul to their defense. He is gone. Is Ed Reed still there?
I think so. Not sure.
Well, if he is, he's getting old. Their defense is getting old, getting tired, and you can see on draft boards, they have started to fall, and now going up there. And, you know, other teams are up and coming, and they're number 8 because they just won the Super Bowl, but I don't think I can put them, you know, I see why the guy didn't put them any higher, because, they're losing it. They're getting old, you know. So, number 8 is the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, partially on the Baltimore Ravens. Ed Reed has been traded.
Ed Reed has been traded, and that was their second best guy. So, Ed Reed's traded, and they lost Ray Lewis. So, yeah, they've lost a lot in their defense, which was one of the best part of them. So, yeah. Number 7 I'll talk about, that is the Houston Texans.
Actually, I got one.
Oh.
Alright, well.
We're both. You
can start first.
Houston is good. They're up and coming. You know, they got Matt Schaub, who is just, you know, if you're in a fantasy league, he's a great sleeper. You know, sleeper backup quarterback, Matt Schaub. My dad always tells me he's a good quarterback. But also they got Arian Foster. Arian Foster is amazing. That guy, he's the number 2 running back under Adrian Peterson. But he's got Schaub, with him being such, you know, he's a pretty good quarterback, you know, but he's a sleeper because lots of people look past him. But he's got a deep middle threat in J.J. Watt. That is a great tight end right there. He's got Andre Johnson to pass to. That's just a star wide receiver. He's in the top 10 of wide receivers in the NFL, which doesn't mean you're bad. So.
And then there's also Arian Foster. He's one of my favorite running backs of all time, I'd say. I mean, he's got a great explosion off the ball. He can run. He can do what he wants to do. I mean, I think he's the top 5 running back in the league, next to a couple other.
Yeah, he's number 2 under Peterson.
Yeah, and you got Andre Johnson right next to him, so that's good. That's good.
And then J.J. Watt for the middle, and it's just a lot of good things going. Their defense is getting a lot better.
Now that they have picked up Ed Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of number 8. Number 8, well, with them being down there, number 7, Ed Reed is now in Houston, and that just makes their defense a lot better, and Houston, they'll be a playoff team, I will guarantee that. They're looking good. They also got T.J. Yates as backup, who didn't do bad. Now, number 6. This is going to raise some eyebrows because people are going to, especially the fans that live here, they're going to be like, what the heck? They need to be higher. Why are they here? And that is the New England Patriots. Now, I have some news for you. The Patriots, first off, Brady's lost all of his targets. Okay? He lost Walker. He lost Hernandez, the tight end, so he's in jail now. He's lost, so many targets that he had, which he didn't really have much before. But, the ones he had, he lost. Now he only has Gronkowski and Amendola. Now, in fantasy, I'll tell you that, you want to pick up those two because they are going to get all of Brady's beautiful throws. But, their defense has never been that great. And Brady's getting old. Gotta be honest, I am a Brady, New England fans call me a hater, but Brady's getting old. Brady has not too many targets to throw to, and they're just not getting better. They made it to, I guess the NFL's Final Four, if you will, but this year I honestly think they're not going to do this. They have lost all their targets, but you know what, New England, I still have you at number 6. So, yeah, that's what I have to say on New England. I'm not a New England fan. Their jerseys are stupid, too.
What I have to say about New England is, Tom Brady lost the backup quarterback, Tim Tebow. I like him,
I love Tebow.
But the thing is with him, he's too strong to be a quarterback. I feel like he needs to wake up and learn how to be a fullback because that's his natural position.
Or a tight end.
Or a tight end.
He could be a tight end.
Then you got Ryan Maltin, that's another top player. And then
yeah.
Tim Tebow, I love him. He's a great player, but he needs to change his position to a tight end or fullback.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
And number 6, New England. Now number 5, I feel like this is appropriate, what the guy did, but I also feel like it could have been switched in because this thing is pretty good. But I will also tell you some reasons why they should be down here. That is the Green Bay Packers. Now, Rodgers is a stud, the best quarterback in the league. So, with that...
Well, no, I wouldn't say the best, but he's a top quarterback.
Who do you think is the best? Russell Wilson, that's just because we're from Seattle.
No, I like Robert Griffin. Robert Griffin's a top quarterback also.
He's not number 1. You gotta think of number 1, that's Rodgers. I'm not a Green Bay
fan. As
fan.
you can see, we're debating over...
Dude, all draft boards have the number 1 quarterback as Rodgers, then Breeze, then Manning.
Alright.
But personally, I don't think Breeze he's getting old. But anyway, this is about Green Bay. Green Bay, they are only number 5. Green Bay fans are like, dude, we're going to the Super Bowl, you're stupid. But honestly, you guys aren't getting that good. You lost Don Driver. Actually, maybe he's still there. Could you look that up? You might have lost Don Driver, I don't know. But Greg Jennings, Rodgers' number 1 receiver, is now in Minnesota. You are starting a rookie, halfback, and Eddie Lacy. I'm kind of flipping a coin, so you don't really, but Rodgers doesn't need to, Rodgers can throw all day over you. But their defense, Clay Matthews is, whatever.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, pretty solid. But besides that, who else do you have? A.J. Hawk? yeah, those two players are the only players you can really name on the defense except for Charles Woodson, who needs to retire. It's like, dude, retire. You're already going to get in the NFL. Retire. But, their team's getting old.
Well, they picked up, Jordy Nelson, but he's a, 6-year veteran, so he's also kind of getting old. He's a starting wide receiver, so Aaron Rodgers has him to throw to also, so.
Do they have Donald Driver? Because if they do, that kind of changes it. Because if they lost Driver and Jennings, those were his two top targets, because it's like he had a relationship with them, they were great receivers.
Well,
So, yeah. But even if Donald is there, he's getting old. So he's not going to show the stamina to outrun these new, young quarterbacks.
And then Jarvis Reed, he's a rookie, came out of Texas A&M. He's on the reserved or injured list. Not got hurt, but that would be a top player, but right now he's reserved or he's injured.
Yep. So Green Bay, number 5, Green Bay. Number 4.
You can talk about it, I don't want to talk
I don't really care for this team at all. So. Number 4 is the Atlanta Falcons. Now, Atlanta, I'll do a show close up. No, don't move the camera. Don't. Okay. Now, Atlanta, they are, they're good. They got Matt Ryan, but he's getting old. They got, Tony Gonzalez, but he's getting old. They got Turner, but he's getting old. I mean, they're just getting old. They're just getting really old, and, they're still good, so you gotta put them at, like, number 4. So I see that, but I would have put them lower, personally, so, yeah. But, Atlanta, number 4.
I personally like Michael Turner, but he's also getting old, really old.
Don't put the camera down. Can you put it back in the middle and come sit down?
Alright.
Have the square in the middle. Oh, what's that?
We'll be back after this break.
No. Alright. Okay.
Back to the show.
Alright. Number 3.
The Broncos.
Number 3, the Denver Broncos.
Now, they do have a really good quarterback. Probably one of the best ever.
He is a field general. He will for sure be in the NFL, or the, Hall of Fame. NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. Monte Ball, their halfback, he doesn't really have to compete, so he pretty much has the job with Willis McGahee as a free agent. But honestly, he is, Monte Ball, he's going to get all the carries because, Willis is gone. They picked up Wes Welker, which gives Manning a big target. They got Denarius Thomas. They got, I don't know, their defense okay, but, they're just really good, They almost went to the Super Bowl but lost to the Ravens, and, they're a good team. They're in lots of people's, list of going to the Super Bowl, so I see why the guy put them at number 3, So, yeah, number 3, the Denver Broncos.
And number 2 is?
The San Francisco 49ers.
Now, first off, what I want to say is, what's his name?
Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah. Colin Kaepernick. I absolutely hate the guy. He's a thug.
I hate him. At the ESPYs, he wore glasses inside. Now, a lot of people do that, but I hate Colin Kaepernick.
I personally, his attitude's terrible.
Yeah. He's like the
Mhm.
Johnny Manziel of the NFL.
Yeah. Okay. And he just not. I don't see him as a good quarterback.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I think he's an all right player, but his attitude's terrible.
It's not gonna get you far.
No. That's what I have to say.
Yeah. But looking at why this guy would have put him at number 2, I mean, their defense is, you got Patrick Willis, you got so many other just great players. The defense is great. It's like number 2 on fantasy boards. The offense, even though we hate Kaepernick is, he's going to be the starter, and he will. He is a good quarterback, unfortunately, even though we hate his attitude. It's like Johnny Manziel. You watch him, it's like, why are you having an attitude? You are just really good. Halfback, Frank Gore, he's pretty good. My dad, he would call him No Game Gore, but he used to be my favorite player. I love Gore. But, yeah, they got, let's see, Michael Crabtree. Is he injured?
I don't know.
But, if he is injured, that doesn't really, kind of affect him. He's a good halfback, but he also is a good returner. They got a great tight end in Vernon Davis. Great. I love him. He is such a sleeper. If you have a fantasy team, he is a sleeper, and he will put up points just every year. Every year I somehow manage to get him. He is a sleeper. Some reason, I mean, he needs to be up in the top 5, but he's in the top, 10. I mean, he is amazing. So yeah, number 2, San Francisco. Went to the Super Bowl but lost. That's the closest you can go without winning the Super Bowl. So that's why they are number 2. Number 1, you might call us bandwagoners because we are from here, but it is the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, well, first off, on ESPN, on the top 10 teams, they have the Seahawks as the best team for this year.
So, yeah, I mean, so many people are going to look at this like, dude, you guys will, live there, you probably just say that. No, we are good this year. First off, this list, I didn't, change, that team should be, I'm just going to switch this to Seattle's number 1. No, lots of the lists have Seattle as number 1. We just happen to be from here and love that we're number 1.
We got 3 really good running backs. Unfortunately, I think one will have to be cut. We got Marshawn Lynch, top 5, top 10 running back.
He's number 3.
Number 3, so top 5. Then Robert
Turbin.
Yeah, Turbin, I like him. I think.
And
he's really good.
It looks like Christine Michael, but I'm pronouncing his first name wrong.
It's Christian, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
they're talking about
Michael.
Michael,
he is a stud. You will see. Here we go, and you're like, oh dang, that's only 3 yards, because you have a pile of people on him. Where you see the pile would just shift. He moves piles. He is an absolute beast, and that is why. I mean, I don't think people are talking that he is going to take Turbin's place. Because he is that good. He's making...
Robert's place?
Yeah. Turbin.
Oh, yeah.
Robert Turbin. They're talking he's going to take Robert Turbin's place, and, some people are saying down the line he might give Lynch a run for his money if Lynch is still going. I mean, Michael is a stud. Watch out for him. Also, Alan Bradford, the number 52 middle linebacker, he's coming up. People are talking about him and Michael and a receiver we have, but I don't know his name. We got, obviously, Russell Wilson. This year he's not competing for the job. He's just going to go out there, be him, and be amazing. Again, Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch will get most of the carries until he can't breathe.
You're probably going to see Marshawn Lynch and probably Turbin. The other guy.
Probably Michael.
You're going to see Michael get a lot of carries this year in the season if he makes the roster.
Also, representing Huskies, Jermaine Kearse. They've announced it. He is one of the return men by him and Golden Tate. And I just got to say, I'm excited, I mean, people that are covering the game nationally, they're talking, out of UW, did you do it? I'm just like, yeah, UW representing. I mean, it's great. Also, defense, we still got, our defense is amazing. We've added Antoine Wingate. We've added, some guys that are hurt, but, you know, we got a guy from Tampa Bay, a guy from Detroit, and, Minnesota, Winfield.
Great cornerback, too.
Yeah, our backs, we still got Cam Chancellor, Brendan Browner, Sherman, Thomas the third. He changed, you know, apparently it was Thomas the third, Earl Thomas the third. So we got an ET3.
Yeah,
What's
and now we have three solid quarterbacks. We have Russell Wilson, that's obviously our starter, and then we have Tavares Jackson. We picked him up. He's a cheap price, but he's also a really good pick.
Mm-hmm. He looks great in preseason, and it's like, you know, it's like I'm excited, and people will be like, "What? Why are you excited? He's not going to start over Flint." People are like, you know, he's not going to start over Russell, and I'm like, I know, I'm excited that he doesn't have to touch the ball. Like, you know, if you're up by like, 42 to like 3, and it's in the fourth quarter, or the third quarter, put him in. He'll continue to just go even, you know. He won't be that star player like Russell will just like, whoa, he will run up the score. He will just, keep it at that pace. He will run out the game, and he will get you the win, if Russell's tired or you just don't want him to get injured, and that's what I like. And
we also have Brady Quinn as our number 3 quarterback, but I think the Seahawks, they're thinking about rolling with 2 quarterbacks this year, so it'll only be Russell and Tavares, so they're talking about. Yeah.
I mean, good stuff. Hold on, before you end this, the number 1 step. We are going to go out of here, out of the $1 million box. We're going to see what our next top 10 list will be. Here we go, we just pulled a good one. Best quarterbacks. Wow, alright. Best quarterbacks in the NFL, and guess you have a happy day!